Good morning, good morning. Who's gonna join me this morning on this beautiful, glorious day? Got a bit of history to read for you. John's gone in the doctors. Yeah, we'll see what doctors say when he gets out, and then we're hopefully off to Chesterfield to meet Yo-Yo. So that's going to be good fun. Have a walk around the markets. Good morning, Mr. Mason. How are we this fine, beautiful morning? Say hey to Tracy, do you know? It's right nice. It's right nice. You're a bit posh on Mr. Mason. It's right nice. So, hey, mate, good morning, good morning. How are you this fine morning? I hope you're well. Bloody weather. We've got sunshine now. Girt lush. It's not girt lush. It's right nice. It's right nice. Look at this. All my natural hair's growing back. Look. Well, not natural, but where I had it shaved at back, it's all growing. So, what date are we on today? It's not 5th of October. What date is it today? 7th? I don't even know what date we're on, and I can't see because we're on StreamYards. So what date are we on? What date is it? Good morning, Mrs. Joe Mack. How are we this fine morning? You mean grey? It's not grey, it's the blue sky here. Hey, Tracer, he just thumped me on the thigh again and gave me a dead leg. He's going to suffer. Make him suffer. It's the 8th. Thank you, Robert, my lovely. How are you this morning? Tarots, Robert, will be on Saturday night. I'm going to be doing tarots around 8 o'clock on Saturday night if you'd like a reading. It'll be UK time, Robert, and I will look out for you because I know I missed you last time. So it's feeling a lot better today. That's good. That's good. Well, I don't know what time John's appointment is. I'm all good, thank you, Robert. Looking forward to going around Chesterfield again, spending more money. But I've seen some good Christmas presents for people. So I think next month it's going to be a Christmas shopping. I know you are in UK. That's good, Robert. So 8 o'clock, you understand. Morning, Yo-Yo. Morning, Lisa. Hope you're well, my sweets. Yo-Yo, I think, like John says, when it comes out at doctors, it all should be fine. But what we're thinking is, you know, I said to me at that van in middle at market, you know, the van right on the other side where like first market is. If we meet there, we can then walk round market, if that makes sense. You know, where we come down on scooter front car park. I know you're in UK, Mick. Good morning, Claire from sunny Scotland. Hey, dear. What a night. What a night. John didn't get to sleep till 5 o'clock this morning due to the fact that I had a good sleep yesterday afternoon. Pick me up. Where are you, Mick, to pick you up? Whereabouts are you? No, not by Costa. You know when we're good at where car park is, when we park car and we walk where that old pub used to be? If you go there, we'll meet at that bottom. Then we can do that other side at market before we do big market. Let me know if you know Sutton in Ashfield. Oh, that's too far, is it? Yeah, just down front car park, not in car park. Don't walk up to car park. Rainy, dreary Scotland. Oh, you get some sunshine soon. We've got sunshine most of the week. It's Sutton near Norfolk. I may be totally wrong here on map, but maybe right. It's grey. No, we've got blue skies. We have got blue skies. I can't really turn you around because there's just a house and a barber's, but I will try and show you the blue sky. The sun is shining. Otherwise, I won't be dressed like this. But no. Morning, Craig. How are you, my sweets? I hope you're well, Craig. So I'm going to start with 5th of October's history, seeing as though I've done no October. They stopped our Chesterfield bus from outside our house. They're stupid. What, to come to this Chesterfield in Sheffield? That's crazy. So Sutton in Ashfield. No, I'm thinking Sutton, but it's in Ashfield. So in Sutton, there is a Sutton, isn't there, near Norfolk? Or am I wrong in that as well? So you're not that far from us then, are you, Mick? Is there a van on the right side then? Yeah, that horrible van that I said don't go to. You need to go. We go to the main one, but there's that little van, isn't there? But if you wait for us at the bottom of that road, there's like that pub as you come down, and then there's that like cafe and market thing. If we meet there, then we could do little markets, then go for a coffee. So anybody else in Chesterfield, if you fancy popping along, just look for Big Red going round market and you'll see me on it. So on the 5th of October, Nottinghamshire, yeah, not too far then. They called themselves Crusaders, the 200 men who left the Tyneside town of Jarrow today in 1936, bound for London, were fighting for a higher cause, the survival of their community and way of life. Their journey south became the Jarrow March. Their candidate on, Jarrow March, where once rebel armies had marched on London to install their candidate on the throne. Now working men marched to make their voices heard and to force politicians to improve wages, working practices and conditions in Britain's industrial classes. Jarrow's population had increased tenfold in just a few decades. In the second half of the 19th century, as shipbuilding became a boom industry on the banks of the Tyne. At the time of the British built 80% of the world's big ships, a figure that fell back to around half of the world's output in the 1930s as other nations developed the capacity. By 1934, the main shipyard in town was shut and the population was desperate. It was said one campaigner, a workhouse without walls, a group of workers met Walter Runschman, president of the Board of Trade, and were told with icy formality that Jarrow must work out in its own salvation. The march was their attempt to do so. They walked to London, welcomed in some places like Nottingham as heroes and given food and supplies, while in others, such as Market Harborough, treated with utter disregard. They arrived in London through streets lined with supporters and handed a petition to MPs asking for help for Jarrow. Then they returned home by train. The government did nothing. One marcher called it a waste of time, but great fun. The marches may have failed in their short-term objectives, but the Jarrow March helped to shift attitudes in Britain and create the necessary preconditions for the transition to welfare state. The post-war Labour government, drawing on automatic moments of struggle like the march, constructed a framework of social provision that institutionalized many of the marchers, demanding and hoped to banish forever the deprivation experienced by the unemployed of Jarrow. Hey, war dog! 6th of October. The commanding officer of the HMS Endeavour had come a long way, born into rural poverty in North Yorkshire with only a few years of education in the village school. He had risen to lead one of the most famous and important voyages of discovery in British history. Today, in 1769, having travelled 15 miles, Lieutenant James Cook spotted a landmass he identified as New Zealand. 2 days later, he became the first European to land there. At Tianora, hey Jolie, I need somebody who's on from New Zealand. Tianora, I think, near the northeast tip of the North Island. Pretoria, the land of a long white cloud, Aotoria, I don't know, had been sighted but not explored by a Dutch expedition led by Abel Tasman 127 years earlier. He had named it Nova Zelande after a Dutch providence. Now Cook became not only the first explorer to go ashore, but the first to navigate. What's that mean? And chart its coast. It was first spotted by keen young eyes belonging to the surgeon's boy, Nicholas Young, from the masthead. Having dropped anchor, Cook took 2 small boats ashore. They had an altercation with the hostile I can't even say that one. Force, which ended with one of Cook's men shot by one of them. It was not a good start. The following day, Cook took gifts and attempted to communicate. Sadly, this meeting also broke up violently. Next, Cook tried to bring submarines aboard the ship when they were treated respectfully and returned ashore in a more conciliatory mood. Even so, Cook was disappointed by his first encounters and frustrated in the search for fresh provisions. So he named it Poverty Bay and continued on his journey. He spent another 6 months surveying the coast, naming bays and prominent features. The Maoris were right to be suspicious of the Europeans. Cook's expedition would bring traders, settlers, invasive species, and modern technology that would transform every aspect of their life. Cook assured that Aotearoa would become New Zealand, a colonial facsimile of the mother country on the far side of the world. Dave said, has John gone to get his... No, he's gone for his chest. Can't breathe. He's having struggling breathing. He had that acid thing other night, but all acid went into his lungs. So it sort of like stopped him breathing. Well, not stopped him breathing, it made him choke, but he could feel acid in his lungs. So every time he breathes in, if he takes a deep breath, it really hurts on his chest. And the last time he felt like this and so tired was when he got pneumonia. So he's got to go into doctors because he's prone for pneumonia. And we have to watch him if he gets it, because or if he gets anything pleurisy or anything like that, because it can turn on him that quick. We have to watch him because he don't wake up. Last time he got pneumonia, tried to wake him up. He'd gone to sleep in an afternoon, and they tried to wake him up and he wouldn't wake up, so they had to get a hospital, and he ended up in hospital for a few weeks. So before it gets that bad, he needed to make an appointment because he knows signs that he's looking for. So hopefully doctor will listen, and I don't know whether they'll send him for a camera down throat or anything, but I know it's something to do with, is it esophageal? So because it's the esophageal, I just said to him, just make sure they do everything. Morning, Heather. I will do. He'll be back in car in about 5-10 minutes, hopefully, anyway. So I'll keep on till he gets back, then we can hear what doctors have said. 7th of October. The prisoners perceive the end approaching. After years of hopeless incarceration in the Auschwitz-Birkenau complex, rumours of liberation gave the inmates a sliver of hope. The Soviet Red Army had thrust deep into Poland. There was news of an uprising by the people of Warsaw, and American planes bombed nearby factories. This news kindled a spirit of resistance among the desperate prisoners, and today, in 1944, they rose up, determined to free themselves or die in the attempt. In the Auschwitz complex mutinies factory, young Jewish female prisoners worked to supply the German war machines. From mid-1944, women like Regina Safristein and Alla Gertner began smuggling out small quantities of gunpowder. These were then passed to the squads of prisoners forced to work in the camp's crematorium. Their intention was that when they had a sufficient amount, the squad would blow up all the instruments of genocide, the crematorium and the grass chambers, and launch the revolt. But they ran out of time. On the 7th of October, the squad at the bloody hell crematorium learned that they were about to be murdered by the SS. They had no choice but to act. With unimaginable courage, they attempted to blow up the crematorium, attacking the guards with everything that came to hand. Seeing the flames and confusion, the rest of the camp joined the uprising. Several SS guards were killed, like the perimeter wire was breached, and the hundreds of inmates escaped, while their comrades fought Hitler's heavy-armed paramilitaries with rocks, clubs, and fists. The SS regained control and inflicted a savage retribution. Almost every escaped prisoner was rounded up and killed. Hundreds of those who had stayed to fight were executed. Safristein, Gertner, and other women were arrested and tortured, but they all refused to name their conspirators and were hanged 3 months later. One of them, Rosa Roberta, managed to get a final message to the Polish resistance. Hazvark v. Imax, be strong and have courage. And that's the thing. Oh, no worries. It's a stuff. That's the one. Yeah. Isn't that what I said? Isn't that what I said? I can't even say it now. Esophagus. I gave me words all muddled. 8th of October. His men called him Pappy because he was an old-timer. Major Ralph Shelton was in his late 30s and a veteran of the counter-insurance, a U.S. Special Force Green Beret. He had fought communist, was it guerrillas in Laos after being wounded during the Korean War. Today, in 1967, he closed the net on one of the world's most wanted men, an Argentinian matrix named Ernesto Giovanni, a man whose charisma and ability made him the terror of the CIA and the regimes across South America. A man better known by his nickname, She. Pape had been in Bolivia training local soldiers as soon as the world had reached Washington. The She had abandoned the revolutionary struggle at the Congo and returned to the continent of his birth. The veteran Marex, whatever, had fallen out with his Cuban comrades and now sought to spread revolution throughout South America. He raised a small force in the rural southeast of Bolivia, tipped by an informant. Pappy surrounded She's ragtag army and unleashed a hail of fire. Cher would find twice as the Bolivians approached, shouted, "Do not shoot. I am Cher Gavane, and I am worth more to you alive than dead." The Bolivian government certainly did not agree. Cher was held in a local village for 2 days before his captors were ordered to kill him and make it look like he had died in combat. Witnesses remember that during the brief imprisonment, he conducted himself with great dignity, despite his shredded clothes, matted hair, and the trauma of his wounds. He refused to speak to any Bolivian officer, but talked of revolution to enlist men. Cher's legend spread after his death. His face was still adorns posters and flags the world over. But Pappy never doubted his role, saying years later, "This man is famous now, but he killed lots of innocent people, and we are glad to help him, but put him out of business." And then we go to tomorrow's. That's it. I think it's Cher, isn't it? Imagine Lindsay as your neighbour. You would never stop laughing when you heard it. Like some of my neighbours, one of them, 2 doors down, she loves my laugh. I don't think she does next door. Morning, Rachel. How are you this morning? So yeah, come on, Mr. Brownie. We're waiting. We're waiting. I think he's gone in to see one of the doctors that's not a good doctor. Well, he is a good doctor, but he's an old school doctor. Thanks for sharing your Antoinette, my lovely. I don't know why I nearly called you Yo-Yo then, Antoinette, but good morning. How long you got grandson for, Antoinette? Have you got him till Sunday? Or have you got him into next week as well? They break up again, don't they, kids, soon? Into something like about around about 20th of October that kids break up again for Halloween and bonfire night. Even though did I get them wrong way around? No, I got them right. No, October. When's bonfire night? 5th of November. 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. No, not this week. Lindsay next. Oh, that's good. Wow, you're going for 2 weeks. Ooh, Antoinette, I bet you're loving it. I bet you're absolutely loving it. So, don't know what's happening later tonight. I'm going to see how John feels later tonight. But I will be over on. I'm going to do members. I've recharged. I've got my crystal in my back pocket. Because I'm putting my energy into my crystal. It's all cleansed now, and I can use it. So I'm just charging it up with my energy. The only thing I don't like is it's copper, isn't it? And I can't stand the smell of copper. I know you don't like giving him back. But yeah. So I won't hold it in my hand, so I've had to put it in my pocket because the copper smell makes my hand smell of copper, and I don't like the smell of copper for some reason. So yeah, so I've got it in my hand, but it's I've been working with it this morning, and it's really good. Hey Tom, I hope you're well. It's a really good little pendulum. It's quite a heavy one as well, so it's not going to work thing, but I'm really impressed with this pendulum. I can't wait to use it. I know my dad's energy's already around it, and it's circling to say yes, so back and forward. Because I've already asked my dad's energy. Well, I asked my guide's energy to come in, and it was my dad's energy that came in. So yes, I'm going to be doing some work with this afternoon. and I think I put a little bit of a swing in when I put it on my finger, but yeah, it's going on its own. I'm going to be working with the coin later today. Well, not the coin, is it? It's the go on, miners tag. I'm going to work with the miners tag this afternoon, so I'll do that over on members. Like I say, I'm not sure what's happening tonight, but I'm going to do Tara's tomorrow night. If John's up for going out tonight, we will do. What time? What for Tara? It'll be when we get back from Chesterfield. I'll go live. Postill, how's you and your coach? Chelsea was on the other day with her mum. Was she, mate? That's good. I'm glad Chelsea's back out. I know she took a break from it for a little while, but she got that many exams to do, and she was going through a change. Okay, she was going through a change in jobs where she was coming to the end of working in one place and then the transfer over to the other. So yeah, but I look forward to working with Chelsea, her mum and Stuart again. It's been quite a while since we last worked with them, so it'd be nice to meet up when they're free and do an investigation with them all again. I need to get back in the game with my reading after I've finished this diploma. Yep. But yeah, so I'll be doing Tara's on Sunday. Like I said, I will be live this afternoon. Not sure what time. I might go live when we're on his way home. It's right nice today. I don't say it that like that though. Hey Jessica, how are you, my sweets? I don't say it like that. You say it. I just say it's right nice. You got it's right nice. So yeah, we're getting some really strange looks from passers-by because I'm like talking to the phone. Confirmation of appointment 18th of October. Oh, he's coming back now. He's just had a confirmation, so he's got to come back in. So I don't know what they're doing. Yes. But Lindsay, you are unique with the way you read your cards, and I love your way. Do you know what? It's just it's trusting your intuition. It's making sure that you've removed all energy that you've been round in day. It's making sure that you do the energy with the hand things, the closing down, asking energy to come forward. I'm going to be doing some more on showing you how exactly with tarots on finger. What's he said?
I've got to ring hospital.
What for?
ECG.
ECG. Marvellous. Is that all he said to do? Because you've got another appointment to come back on 18th, haven't you? All right. Did he say what it could be?
Yeah, he's not so worried about me. Lumps in the chest and anything. If I have any more problems, I've got to contact me. He's told me to from me or whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, he's not worried about my blood pressure.
Oh, is that right? Oh, you're stressed at the minute.
No,
well, it is. No. I'm surprised not having you back though in a couple of days to redo your blood pressure.
I'm having it done when I have blood work from the 18th.
That's a long time. I knew there was a problem when the nurse said, shit, it's a gusher. Oh, wow. And so, oh, bless you. Yo, John, and Joe Max, that's Blue Turtle. So yeah, well, just we have to take it easy. So John's going to be taking it easy. So what we're going to do is normally our doctors are quite good at getting us in. But when we do appointment, I'm going to phone him. We'll get John to phone him and just say if somebody does drop out, can John be see if they can get him in before the time. So that's not good. So we are on his way to Chesterfield now. We should be there in about 20 minutes for MRI on kidneys. Monday, dreading it. Well, they're not nicest things to go through, are the MRIs? But yeah. So Claire says, sending you love. He says, thank you. John, rest up. Yeah. My mum had to have one. Cheers. High BP and cholesterol. Don't think your cholesterol will be high though. Cholesterol should be low, because we don't really eat that badly. Um, so yeah, so it is live, soldier. It is. You caught us live. Is this live? Is this live now? So yeah, so John's going to be taking it easy for a while. So I'm not sure what's going to be happening. If we can't, well, we'll see. If we don't get out on investigation, I will be live, even if it's just for chit chats, even if it's to doing taras every night. If I have to do that, well, that's good. So I have microvascular angina. You coming my way? Yeah, we're heading over to Chesterfield. We can have a walk around markets. I've been sat on Messenger on John's channel chatting to him. Oh, how are you, soldier? You sneaky bugger. Everybody's wishing you off. I'm going to clear off now as I'm not dressed yet. See you there, Lindsay, and bye, John. Yeah, that far end cafe. Wishing John well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your love and get well wishes. And yeah, so John's going to be taking it easy. We may go out in daytime. We'll see on night time. It's not that. It's the lifting in and out at scooter. It's I don't want him exerting himself walking around. Not until he's had the CCG and blood works come back. I don't want us to. Yeah, Tracy, very true. Health comes first. It's not going to kill anyone to not have lives for it. Oh no, we'll go live. I promise I'll go live. Even if it's just me coming on. And John can go live or you can go live in office anyway. But it might be more focused on members. That we go live on members a little bit more. I don't want him getting we may have to stick to Facebook. I'm not having him stressed out. Dickheads coming on to YouTube and stuff. So yeah. So oh yeah, endos, need some endos, don't you? So yeah. So we'll see. See what happens. But I mean, I'll go live on Facebook, YouTube. John might go live in members, and we'll do it that way. Tell John to take it easy. Claire, no stress. We've got two babies living with us at the moment. Joe's going to look at house this morning at dinner time. But I think about 12:30. Dickheads. 12:30. They're going to look at house today, so we'll be able to find out. Best value for money on members, $2.79 a month, loads of extras. You do get loads of extras. So yeah, so we are going to be, with Joe living at home and that. It's not that it's stressful, but it's just, I don't know. You're not used to having kids back for you, so yeah, but we're loving them being there, and it's going to be good. Don't forget to, I had done a live on TikTok for ages, Joe. Morning, Lisa, my sweets. Morning, James. Yeah. I might do taras tonight. I'll put a post on in a bit. We'll give you a ring, Simon, in a minute. I'll end live and yeah, John's got to ring hospital first. When we get to Chesterfield, Simon, I'll give him a ring. You should have left you my house keys. Oh, bless Claire. I know they'll stop with us and we'll book an hotel somewhere for a week or two. But thinking asking Ibis. We're going to go on holiday to Ibis for 2 weeks and leave kids at home. Yeah, we'll see. But no, maybe another holiday, maybe some time away would do us good. We'll just have to find a decent location to go to. But yeah, finding all that out. Oh, that's good, Joe. That's really good. Right then, guys, I'm going to shoot off because we've got to phone hospital. We've got to phone Simon And yeah, we're gonna meet Yo-Yo in about 20 minutes, I think, in Chesterfield. Come to Gloucester for a holiday. If we could find a cheap one, Tracy. I was looking at Bridlington. I was looking at going and stopping at Bread and having a couple of weeks in Bridlington, but I'll have a look round. I want to go for one for. It's got to be a good price for us to go for. So yeah, got Christmas on doorstep, haven't we, and a wedding and everything else. So yeah. So guys, stay safe, everybody. Take care and love you loads. And I'll see you tonight. See you on members later on this afternoon. And I'll see you tonight on main for Tara's. So take care, afternoon, Jean. Take care, everybody, and I shall see you all soon. Love you loads. Bye.